California residents, should you form an LLC in another state? This is a question that I think every business owner has because, of course, with high state income taxes, as well as California being one of the least friendly LLC states in the country, you're wondering, I live here, but do I actually need to form my LLC here? So this video will explore everything you guys need to know. So while California is definitely an economic powerhouse, it's for sure one of the least LLC friendly states. One reason being that there's an annual franchise tax of at least $800, and there's also a gross receipts tax if your business does over $250,000 per year. Financially, it's pretty expensive to have your LLC in California. Of course, we also have one of the highest state income taxes in the country, up to 13.3%. And we also have a high sales and use tax rate. However, that does not mean it's always correct and better for you as a California resident to form your LLC in another state. First myth is that starting an LLC in another state is going to help you reduce your California taxes. And that's not true because as a California resident, no matter where your business is incorporated, all income that you make from that business is going to go onto your state tax return. So for example, you could start up an LLC in Delaware, which is a very popular state. But if you do this, you'll need to file your business as a foreign LLC in the state of California. This does add paperwork. And of course, you guys know an LLC is a pass-through entity. Any income you make in your LLC gets passed on to your personal tax return. So wherever you yourself are a resident of, whatever state that is, you'll be taxed to the regulations of that state. So of course, in California, you'll still be hit with that state income tax. The other myth is that you'll benefit solely from that state's laws. So while your LLC would be governed in the state that it's formed in, any business that's actually conducted in California will still be subjected to California's laws. So to get into this in a little bit more detail, let's talk about the foreign LLC requirement. If you are based in California, but you choose to file your LLC in another state, but you conduct most of your business activity while living in California, you need to take the extra step of registering it as a foreign entity. So as a result, there's gonna be two separate sets of filing fees. There's your domestic LLC filing fee, as well as your foreign LLC filing fee. Each state is also going to require ongoing annual reports, and you'll likely need to have two different registered agents, one in the state of the LLC and one in California as well. So if you want to actually reduce the headache of having extra filings and fees and stuff like that, then I'd say just file your LLC in the state of California. Now, if you live in a different state besides California, then there really is no purpose in you watching this video because you're not going to want to form your LLC in California, trust me. But if you are in California, this is where you live and you want to potentially form an LLC in another state, definitely consider all the drawbacks. It's going to make your life a bit harder. But of course, for your final decision, I definitely do recommend talking with your accountant or a tax professional. They'll really be able to guide you based on your own personal situation. Yeah, for me, most of my business entities, they are in California, but I do have two that are in Delaware. Now, there are a couple situations where it can make sense to actually file your LLC in a different state. The first is pretty obvious. If you are doing substantial business in that other state, or you have a big physical presence within that state, then yes, it can make sense. And the other is if you're seeking venture capital funding. So a lot of private equity firms and investors, they actually don't like seeing LLCs within certain states. And yes, California is definitely not an LLC friendly state, so they don't like to see that. If you're looking to get funding with investors, then it can make sense to get an LLC in a different state. And one particular that people like is Delaware. A lot of the very big companies, they are formed in this state. That's because of its LLC rights, as well as its flexible corporate law structure. So yeah, really you need to consider a lot of points when deciding whether or not to form your LLC within California where you live or in another state. Ultimately, there are definitely some big drawbacks to forming a foreign LLC, but there are some cases where it can make sense. What I recommend doing is do more research, watch this video again, and then take this information to your accountant. The more knowledgeable you are, the better of a decision you guys can agree on together. And ultimately, it's really going to depend on your own personal situation. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know this is a question that a lot of people have before starting their LLC. And if you are looking to start your LLC in the most affordable way possible, we will link a video down below teaching you exactly how to do that. I'm a big proponent of using something like IncFile or Northwest Registered Agent to actually file your LLC for you. It makes the whole process a lot easier. It's super affordable, and it makes sure that it's done the correct way. Every single one of my business entities, I have hired a service to do it for me. That's because I value my time and also value doing it correctly. I don't trust myself to do all the formation stuff correctly on my own. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. And if you got some value from this video, make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you guys free resources to help you start your business. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.